What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Captain Cook. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about Breaking Bad, Season 2, Episodes 7 and 8. First episode is Negro y Azul. I probably said that wrong, but that's how I wrote it down, and that's what it looked like.
That's the English version of it.
Yeah. So it starts off, Episode 7, with a Heisenberg song.
Yeah. I remember.
Which is very interesting. It ends with him saying that he's dead already and doesn't know it, and like...
Do you remember watching that?
It's a long thing, too.
Like, they show him dead.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, is that Walt?
Or, like, is that, like, a hint that, like, he's going to die in the end?
Tell him what you're drinking, or?
Oh, yeah, probably should. We filmed a vlog bit before we did this podcast of us making a special Dos Hombres drink that you can see right here on their Instagram. It's a bit strong. We might have made it wrong, too, because we eyeballed it, because we filmed on my phone also, and then I realized, I got to go on Instagram and get the recipe. And we didn't have the time to get another phone or go on another device or anything like that.
We had plenty of time.
Didn't have any time at all. You just told me you got to hurry up and do this podcast because you want to go get some...
Dick.
So, like... so we gotta be on a roll.
I'm going to roll you.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah,
in the beginning. Oh, yeah, so we made these drinks, and they're good. They're Dos Hombres special drinks. But for that...
So basically, you're going to be drunk by the end of the podcast.
I mean, I was basically drunk after one sip last time, so yeah. I will start blurring. I can barely read my notes normal.
You can barely read now.
I can barely talk now.
Talk now?
See, it doesn't help talking because you get in my head because I'll start talking and you go at me, and I'm like, oh, did I fuck up? And then I start thinking about every word that comes out of my mouth. And when I think about what's coming out of my mouth, that's when it gets bad. And I know for most people, that's when they talk good. But for me, when I speak...
Are you still talking?
DPAA, mofos, alright? Apply yourselves.
Don't be an asshole.
Dick.
But yeah, so in the song, can I proceed with that, or do you have any other...
No, you can go ahead.
You think like, oh, is that like a metaphor, like Walt will die and become Heisenberg, or Heisenberg's going to stop, or whatever? Or is that a hint that he's going to die, which potentially could be a hint because he does die?
Or is it a hint that he's going to join a band?
Oh, that would have been a cool twist.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't get caught, doesn't die, he just joins like a Mexican band and starts singing about meth out in the desert.
Yeah.
That's interesting, because, like, it's weird, that song, because it's literally just for us. I mean, the whole show is just for us.
Yeah.
But, like, because it's not like that was a song in real life. Like, they're out there with the van and all that. But it is neat. Like, pretty much no other show would do anything like that.
Yeah, like, it has a whole nother verse, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's long. It's like the first 3 minutes of the episode.
Yeah, no water, by the way.
Oh, the bear intro. I was like, no water. Was I supposed to have, like, a pool in here?
What the fuck?
You said no water.
Oh.
I was really confused. Yeah, no bear intro still. So that's happened twice. In 8 episodes, that's happened twice. And we're like, oh my god, it's every episode. We are overreacting.
No, you lost it. It's over now. Forget it.
It's really gone.
You want me to call Hess?
Oh, sorry.
Bitch!
Jizz. Did it still have the same effect 2 minutes later?
Yeah, that was great. You really
You're
know
a pussy.
you
So-
really know your soundboard.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help. I had it scrolled up some by accident.
Hmm.
So, yeah, we get that Heisenberg song, and then Walt is talking to a kid after class or something. He's talking to a kid, no other kids in the classroom, and the kid is kind of Jesse-ish, in a way.
Okay.
Slacking, talking about all this stuff. Says, I need this. I studied like all night, yo, and like I really care about this. I just might have that like ADD, and keeps going on and on and on. And Walt is like, don't bullshit a bullshitter. Apply yourself next time, and just kicks the kid out. And the kid's like, what the fuck?
Do you think he would have said that before his cancer, the bullshitter?
No, he would have been, which he even kind of alludes to. I don't know if it's this episode or next one, when he's talking to Hank, like, I used to be a little pussy back before I was 50, but then I started cooking meth and killed a bunch of people, and now I have balls.
Yeah. He just grew some fucking balls.
There's going to be a lot of slurps in this podcast.
I don't even know what you said. There's going to be a lot of slurps.
Walt calls Jesse and goes, you know what?
Never mind.
Don't go to a house, feel bad for a kid, accidentally get someone killed because you lose your gun and he calls a girl skank. Don't do any of that. And Jesse doesn't answer. So then he drives to Jesse's house. Jesse doesn't answer. Jane opens the door, won't let him in. That's some of what I like about Jane, is that, like...
She stands up to Walt.
She stands up to him. She's kind of cool, too, and, like... I really like her character. I really wish she would have been able to stick around more.
I'm okay with her not being around.
That's because you're I swear to God, you want to be Skylar.
What?
You want to be his pregnant wife. You can go, where have you been?
No, I do like how she set up to Mr. Jackson.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo. Yeah, I really like her. But so eventually he tells her that, I'm Jesse's dad. I'm Mr. Jackson. I need to get in there. And Jesse opens the door and is like, all right, come on in, Dad.
Yeah. Was he wearing a pumpkin shirt?
Yeah, I think he was.
That was weird.
He has the weirdest clothes sometimes.
Yeah.
So Jesse opens the door, lets him in, and then he says he's been taking care of business.
Taking care of...
I knew you were going to do that. I almost downloaded that song just for that bit. But I figured, why would I? Because Nick will just sing it. And it worked out perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But he tells him the whole story about what happened. I like, too, because Walt, after, he tells the whole thing and tells him he got money, blah, 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 all this stuff. Walt's like, I'm a little fuzzy on the details. So I'd make sure we're recording. I'm a little fuzzy on the details. How did you not be able to stop that guy from getting killed? And he said, well, she had a gun on me.
And then
he picks up the gun, and Jesse's like, yeah, okay, my gun.
Well, yeah, because it makes him look like an idiot.
Yeah.
He got his gun taken away from by a skank.
Are you drunk?
Maybe.
Making fun of me over there. But yeah, they have a whole kind of argument about that. And I think that's when Badger calls.
Those pants you wanted, 32 large, right? We got them just for you, Hefe.
And then...
Let's do some business, yo.
Sorry, I thought you were done, Badger. But then he's like, "What? Go take care of business, Jesse." And he's like, "No, why don't you do it?" But then it cuts to a different scene. Hank is in El Paso, and he's not really fitting in. He's at the office, and he's like, "Why do you?"
He's
have
not
that?
trying to fit in either, though.
A little bit. He doesn't want to be there. You can tell. But I think it is because he's having that. I think he wasn't having these PTSD fits. He might be a little bit better, but I think he's just scared of more because I think he knows this is gonna be more action.
Oh.
So I'm afraid of what's going to happen, which definitely leads to that. But he's at the desk, and the dude gives him that thing he doesn't like. He tries to make a joke. No one laughs.
Yeah, I like how he said the joke and then kind of laughed and turned around and
he's like,
yeah.
Yeah. But he's I like him better with just the DEA crew.
Yeah, me too.
So
Well, because these guys are assholes.
Yeah, I'm always glad when he goes back. I do really like that later on, right before everyone dies from turtles. They're talking shit about him in Spanish, and he can hear everything they're saying.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, anything I need to know? And I was really hoping, and I know I've seen this a million times, so I knew it wasn't going to happen, but they're like, no, we're just, praising you back here. That he'd, say, all right, in Spanish or something like that, so then, they know he heard.
Yeah, except that they
but
made it abundantly clear that he can't speak it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so Walt meets Skinny Pete and the gang in the museum.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting, because, he always doesn't want to be involved, but...
I like how Skinny Pete's hitting shit and Combo's relax, dude.
Knocking on nukes and stuff like that.
He's like, take it easy.
That museum did look pretty interesting, though.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
Oh, wow, what a...
Dick.
But he's there, and they're like, yo, did Jesse really kill that guy? And he's like, what have you been hearing? And they're like, yo, everyone's afraid of Jesse now. So then he's like, you didn't hear that from me. And walks away with the biggest smile on his face ever.
Well, it was a good thing to capitalize on.
Yeah, definitely.
He saw it.
So Skylar's applying for her old job and ends up talking to Ted Beneke.
I liked how when she was talking to the receptionist only looked at her stomach.
Yeah, and she kept giving her a...
Well,
we're going to hire a
brought a
pregnant
good
lady.
point. Oh, you worked here before? Why did you leave? Family reasons. And she looks at her stomach. Oh, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It is weird. Everyone there is kind of giving her that look why would you get the job? You're pregnant. You'll be leaving here in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it is very rude.
Yeah, well, and it's not like theoretically you'd think you'd come back in 6 weeks or whatever.
But so Walt is at Jesse's, and he says he wants to expand. Because now he's like, everyone's afraid of us. Let's go all over the map. What could go wrong?
Yeah, nothing.
But so he's doing that, and he talks Jesse into saying you're a blowfish. Goes into this whole spiel, and then Jesse goes,
I'm a blowfish.
That was a weird.
It was. He's like, I'm a blowfish. Say it like you mean it.
I'm a blowfish.
It was like he was a football coach or something.
A little bit, yeah.
I liked how he was describing what the blowfish does, and
yeah,
Jesse
and then he's like, what does a blowfish do? And Jesse's like, dude, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Come on, just tell me what you want.
Yeah.
I like, because all these years he does this to Jesse, where something goes wrong, he pep talks him into doing stuff. Something goes wrong, the same thing over and over again. So then at one point, I don't remember. I think it's season 5. I don't remember when though. Jesse's just stop fucking lying to me and tell me the truth for once, and goes off on him. That's one of my favorite scenes after all this buildup of that happening.
And he does do it all the time.
Yeah, you can tell he gets that tone where he has like a face like, okay, I'm thinking of what I need to make this guy do to do it. And then usually, I feel like in the case of Jesse, he knows he's lying, but he's like, all right, I can do it. But in this case, I really think he thought
I'll blow fish.
he believed that. I felt like,
Yeah.
but this is early on. Hank is in El Paso. We meet Danny Trejo, aka Tortuga, which is Spanish for turtle.
Yeah. Which
Did you know?
is not a tortoise.
And this might make me sound real dumb.
Oh boy.
And I'll be honest. So you know the YouTube channel Reckless Tortuga? They did like the online gamer video stuff like that. The first like 4 were funny, and then it explains why they're not around anymore. But it took me watching this again the last time I watched it when he talks about his name being Tortuga and he says turtle. And it's like, that's why their logo's a turtle. They're a Reckless Turtle. I never knew that until Breaking Bad.
Wow.
Did you know that? That they were a Reckless Turtle?
I guess I never put 2 and 2 together. But I've watched, like, the only ones I watched were the ones
The
you
online
showed me.
gamer? So you didn't know their name?
I didn't know what their...
Well, I was subscribed to them, so I knew that.
I would have known had I seen their turtle logo.
Okay.
That's a lot like Ducky.
That is... So people that don't understand that, which is everybody, we used to watch NCIS, and there's a guy named Ducky on that. And my grandma, his mom, watched it, like, what, 4, 5, 6 seasons?
Yeah, for sure.
She still watches it now, but it was this point in one episode they go, okay, Mr. Mallard or whatever, and she goes, that's why they call him Ducky.
Dr. Mallard.
Which I'm pretty sure they say almost every episode.
Yeah.
And she just caught it then.
Yeah, so you and your grandmother are a lot alike.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. We should fucking spend the day with you two.
We both like...
Tight, yeah.
It's not what I thought you were going to hit.
Oh, what'd you think I was gonna hit? Oh, we both like...
Dick. Dick.
But so, Tortuga, Turtle...
He was a little reckless.
Yeah. He didn't really look much like Turtle from Entourage, though.
No.
He's ordering from Sky Mall magazine, and Hank gets real mad at him for that. But he's doing that.
It was fucking annoying.
He's doing that in like he's snitching on like where the cartel's gonna meet.
Which is usually a good idea.
Yeah, every time
snitching
you're
on the
gonna do
cartel.
something bad to the cartel, that always usually ends well for you.
Yeah. Especially in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Or in any show, actually.
So, go back to annoying fucker. Flynn is eating breakfast, and he complains that Skylar bought the wrong Raisin Bran.
This is Raisin Bran, not Raisin Bran Crunch.
Oh, same thing.
Not the same thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you do the grocery shopping, and then you can get whatever you want. Right?
It's not that hard, Mom. It says Crunch on the box.
That reminded me of you.
Reminded you of me?
Yeah.
That was the most annoying scene ever.
Yeah.
One, I don't eat cereal, so I don't know how that reminded you of me.
No, it's not the cereal.
And
not the cereal
that's not
part.
true because you've bought me wrong things before, like bangs or random food, and I just drink it or eat it. I don't complain. So where you want to...
Excuse me?
Yeah, you're excused.
No, the part where he's like, it says Raisin Bran Crunch on the box. It says Crunch right on the front of the box.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Like, go get it your fucking self then, you fucking
Exactly.
crutch
We're on the
using
same
motherfucker.
page, so I don't know why you're calling me out for that.
I could see you saying that.
I don't think you know your own son.
Yeah.
I think you're...
You're a pussy.
I'm gonna fucking throw Jesse at you.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna throw
Dick.
at you.
Probably.
But yeah, that was... I
don't think you should have a keyword that can say dick.
Dick.
Why?
That's why.
But then Skylar finally tells Walt, after she told Marie and her son and all this stuff, that she's finally working at Ted's. And he seems a little iffy on it. He even questions her later on, like, oh, you're wearing that, huh? You look really good. Is it casual Sunday or something?
Yeah, but so it comes out that she quit before.
Yeah.
Right.
She quit because supposedly these chemicals or whatever that were going on there.
But it was Ted got a little handsy with her at a Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason she quit.
Yeah, and she said, oh, he's apologized now.
But
he's
she's only
married and has kids, but later on she'll find out he's not so married anymore.
but it's only Marie that she tells that to.
Yeah.
So Skylar has a few lies her damn self.
Yeah.
I mean, it was to protect Walt, I guess, but then Walt thinks he's protecting them. So
Yeah. Jesse and Jane are talking outside, and a biker pulls up. and goes,
yeah.
"Hey, you're Pinkman. Keep it real, dude." And she's like, "Oh, Pinkman, huh? Thought your last name was Jackson."
Yeah.
Later on, he does admit. I think it's the end of the episode. He admits that. Yeah, my name is Jesse Pinkman.
Jackson was a dumb name to pick.
Yeah.
Well, why even pick a different name?
I don't get. But I didn't understand why he lied about that.
Yeah.
Because like it's not like people can't find him. Like he just walked outside and a biker knows him.
Yeah.
So like I didn't understand that way because it's not like it was trying to save her. It was just like trying to hide. It just seemed a weird decision to me.
Yeah, it was.
Hank is waiting for the cartel and he sees a turtle. He's like, "Hey, I think that's your guy." And then he freezes for a minute because
He didn't see a turtle. He saw the guy's
Yeah, he
head.
saw the head. He zooms in, sees the turtle walking, and he's like, "Holy shit!" Which, by the way,
Yeah.
I am not anywhere near being like a FBI, DEA agent type dude.
No, you're not.
But if I see a head on a turtle, that's a trap.
A turtle trap?
Yeah, I wish I had an Admiral Akbar. It's a trap.
Oh.
But that, like,
Yeah.
don't you think? I mean, obviously we saw it, but it's easier for me to say now than seeing it. But like, I would be like, I'm not going near that. Something's gonna happen. Like if they put that head on a turtle, dropped it there for us to see,
yeah, but
and
they
knew
didn't-
that we'd be like, oh, that's our dude, and
they
go
didn't-
investigate.
They didn't know where the fucking turtle was gonna go.
I think they did.
When they fucking lead it, they were like walking in
They,
front of
you
it
didn't
with
you
kale.
didn't see. There's like a little. They have a midget man cartel.
To be fair, that's the
so he
same
doesn't
kind
get
of
to see-
tortoise we have in our backyard.
Even same head too. It's weird.
Yeah.
I got a model Danny Trejo. Just popped it right on there. Put
That's
some.
because you fuck it, probably.
We weren't supposed to say that part.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dick.
But like, it's clearly a trap.
I think that's hindsight.
I think you're hiding sight. I think that
I'm not hiding sight.
You are.
How much you have left for your drink?
I'm trying to take a sip. I'm waiting for you. I'm
Jesus.
waiting for you to like go on a spiel.
What I was gonna say is that what do you think?
What would Jerome think?
I think it's a trap. Did you do that on purpose?
No, I said it so you couldn't talk.
Couldn't
while you're-
drink?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dick.
I think you're just saying it's. I remember being
No, but
surprised when it blew up.
I was surprised. I was surprised it blew up. But when we watched it the first time, I was like, something's gonna happen. It was gonna be like a shootout or with the car. I thought they were gonna be like, vroom, boom, boom, get down, fuckers, and shoot them and stuff.
What'd they say?
Get down, fuckers. It was better before.
Wow, you sounded like.
I was trying to channel the guy from Next Friday with the little dog, and he's going over to Day Day and like,
You sounded like what's his name from Ant-Man when he's telling the stories.
oh, that's good too. I like that.
What's his name?
Louise. Louise. Is it Louis or Louise?
It's Luis, but I meant the actor's name.
Oh, Michael Pena.
Yeah, I can remember that.
Dead guy from Narcos, Mexico. Spoiler.
Yeah, I got Shooter.
Jesse gets back into the. Sorry, I skipped a bit.
Oh boy, here we go.
No, I scrolled past the turtle cartel part, but I scrolled a little bit past my next note also.
What about when the turtle blew up and it blew off that guy's leg that was talking shit?
I loved that. The fact that guy.
Wouldn't you been like, oh,
if
dude?
if I was Hank, in this situation, I think even in this little bit, because I'm kind of a.
Dick.
Because
You would've helped him.
he's like, why would have? But then because he said that. Oh, you can't handle a little head on a turtle or whatever. And like, oh, you can't handle your leg missing.
I would ask him how to say tourniquet in Spanish.
Oh wow, that'd be a good one.
You know, just
Yeah,
be
because
like-
he's yelling my leg. Is he the only one that survived, or was there other survivors too? Because a lot of them were all around it.
I think the 3 around died and then he lost his
Yeah,
leg.
one dude, because they grabbed the head. Do you think that was like the trigger, or do you think there was
Yeah.
a guy offside being like, and now, beep?
Oh, I don't know. Either way,
Either way, that doesn't
poor
really answer my.
tortoise. Fucking
Yeah, do you think that was a real tortoise?
Yeah.
Did you see like a little thing at the end? No animals were harmed. Because they could have blew up a real turtle on here.
they didn't.
I'm gonna have to call Vince and ask him. I have his phone number.
Vaughn?
Yeah. Do you think he'll know?
Doubtful.
Jesse meets with the boys at the museum and says, "Yo, we're expanding, bitches." And then he gets back in the car, and Walt goes, "Yeah, and we're also gonna raise the price because they'll pay whatever they like."
He's got a point.
Yeah. Which, and then later
He
on,
called it basic economics, I think. Or
Yeah.
Something like that.
Ted welcomes Skylar on her first day of her job.
He's like,
And-
welcome.
I missed that part. I must have been typing when that happened.
Yeah.
But then he kind of spills beans that he doesn't have a wife anymore, and you're like, oh, well, that was one of her excuses on why she's okay working with him is he's married. He doesn't want to ruin that.
I mean, what could go wrong?
She'll fuck him, and then he'll hit his head because he's Huel and comedian Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's possible.
that could happen. Jesse hooks up his new TV, goes outside, talks to Jane, and then invites her over. And
Did he go outside or did he stalk her?
He went outside. What do you mean he stopped? He did. He peeked to the window to see if she was there.
She came home as he's staring at a blue thing, and he's like, "Oh," runs outside.
Yeah, because he's like, "Hey, I got my TV." He's been
and
talking about that for like 7 years now.
And then he gets a cigarette, and then he like lights it, and he goes, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
He was just trying to be a cool guy.
Yeah, nice try.
Dick.
But he invited her inside, and they watched TV, and they held hands, and lived happily ever after. If you stop here, you think, "Oh, that's a cute ending."
Yeah,
You don't watch any more after this.
we could
Okay, thanks for watching, everybody.
Go back to
it was fun. Now
Sopranos.
we're gonna watch Elcamino.
Wow.
But no, that's the end. So now we're on to Better Call Saul.
Better call Saul.
So far, this is my favorite episode.
Yeah, I think so too. I really liked it. There's a lot.
Oh, you
of
think this
Saul
is my
in
favorite episode too?
I agree that it's probably your favorite episode.
Okay, cool.
Dick.
All right, we need a dick counter.
You're a pussy.
I had to throw some Badge in there. Badger's sitting outside on Saul's bench and ends up selling meth to a cop. It's weird. He reminds me of Hess a little bit, where in one instance he can look like smart.
Oh,
Like he's like, no, this is clearly a setup. Like that's a police van. That's a police van.
but
You're
he's
a
really
cop,
just
blah,
talking
blah,
out
blah.
of his ass.
And then he's like, oh, you're not a cop? Okay, here's your meth. And then you're like, oh, you were right there.
yeah,
Because sometimes Hess has us going, especially like talk about shows and stuff like that, or even if it's on like a theory, you're like, okay, but why? And then he's like, I don't know. And then you go, well, fuck you.
yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, he totally calls the two vans, and then he calls the guy being a cop, and then gets arrested for it.
I like how it's the same exact vans at the end too, so they didn't even care.
Yeah,
Because like they're like, whatever, we'll catch him anyways.
they aren't meth dealers.
Yeah. We see Saul's ad on Jesse's TV, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, did you know that like Saul's really abrupt in this episode?
Mhm.
Like he's like when he's walking out of at night, but right before he gets kidnapped, and he's like he talks.
Yeah,
about,
he's very different, and even I think the rest of this season, he's
not as bad. Do you think?
no, he's not as bad, but he's different in a lot of the season. And then like season 3, I think that's when he becomes like the Saul we know.
So do you?
Because there's a lot he's talking about, like, oh yeah, I had 2 wives, and I like stuff like that, and like talks a lot of shit about like being with girls and all that.
So do you think he's gonna be this like that bad?
I think he's gonna start leaning that way, and like in Saul.
Like he's talking about what's her name?
Francesca?
Francesca.
I thought you were gonna call her Fred Savage.
I'm gonna call her Francisco.
Pablo?
Yeah. He's like talking about her ass and shit. That's like weird.
Yeah, that would not be him now, because he knows her when like in Saul right now.
Yeah.
You never go, oh, you're killing me with that ass.
Right.
Like that, yeah, but
Plus, because Kim would knock him out.
with that ass.
Wow. Anyways, I interrupted
But
you.
no, I get that. He is like that a lot. I noticed that last time I rewatched this, where it's like, oh, he's really different in season 2
Yeah.
than the rest of the series. But we see the ad. Hope we eventually get to see that in Saul. That'd be kind of neat.
I like how the girl cop had like a cut off shirt on.
Yeah,
the rest of the
clearly
ad.
like a
Like,
fake Halloween store for like a sexy cop outfit.
yeah, totally.
But then Jane and Jesse are laying in his sleeping bag. So this is later the night after the previous episode ended, and they had sex.
How do you know they had sex?
There's a trail of clothes right from the living room, from his 2 chairs he had, all the way to the sleeping bag in the bedroom.
Yeah, the fucking can't buy chairs either.
He'll get the place.
He's got a
He'll get
fucking
the place
3-foot
all
bong.
ready to her, so he can get addicted to heroin and she'll die.
Oh, okay, cool.
But so he's doing that, and then he's like, "Yo, smoking gets brought up somehow." And she's like, "You don't think I can smell that? Like my dad's gonna take your deposit probably." And he's like, "Well, since I lost it anyways, you want to smoke?" And she's like, "You can do what you want." Starts getting dressed, and then he kind of questions her about it, and she.
I think
pings-
that's kind of what I don't like about her sometimes is like she's just like
right, because I think it's because the addiction stuff is a tough subject for her.
yeah, but she just doesn't answer him. She gets
She
dressed
gives
and
him the
leaves.
chip. No, she gives him the chip, and he's
Not
like,
until he leaves.
"No, she still stays there though." She flings him the chip, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he's like, I don't even burn that much, to be honest. Like,
Well, at first he asked what the chip was because
Yeah.
he didn't know, and then he goes, "Are we cool?" And
Mm.
she just left. She didn't even answer him.
no, because he asked her out to dinner and all that, and then she says, "No, yeah, I gotta go."
That's when he said, "Hey, are we cool?" And then she's like, and then left.
I don't know. I think it's just because I know the relationship kicks off, so that doesn't bother me at all. I saw that as like they're being playful with him.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, so we get a little hint that she has a prior addiction problem. I wonder if that's gonna go anywhere.
That might head somewhere.
Marie calls Skylar, but Walt is home because she just left for her job, and he answers and ends up having to go to Hank's house.
Whose house?
Hank's house.
Oh.
And Hank is having a little bit of issues. It's again, we see another instance. We'll see one later on here, where he's like laying in bed and he's like, "No, Marie. Oh, Walt, you're here. Okay. No, hey, what do you want?" Like he's like kind of trying to act cool. But then he's talking to Walt about it a little bit, and Walt's like, "Hey, you want to talk to somebody?" And he's like, "I can't talk to a therapist."
Right. I liked how he said, he's like, "I don't think our two worlds have a lot."
Yeah, right here he's like, "I don't think," and he kind of is like finding a nice way to say it. He's like, "I don't think we have experience overlap." And then Walt's like, "Well, Bob, there's a little more. I am Heisenberg." Yeah. But he explains it in like his cancer way. So you can tell he was 50, he's not doing things right, and then once he got cancer, he sleeps like a baby, and it's just a fear and all this stuff. And he's kind of looking at him like, this guy kind of has, like, he's kind of telling me some good information here.
We mentioned this to each other before the podcast.
We were cuddling in bed, cupping each other, going,
and
"God, I love Breaking Bad." And then I was like, "Give me that."
Dick.
And then I was like, "Oh my God!"
You know, I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot to put this in your drink.
Yeah, I told you you're not putting that in my drink because I'm not gonna drink it.
Give me.
It's
your drink.
chili pea for people that don't know.
Give me your drink.
I'm not drinking chili pea. Fuck off. Put it in your own drink.
Anyway.
It tastes good. I don't want chili pea in it.
What do you, Tuco? Don't hit it.
Dick.
I like how it's goofy with Saul, but then serious with Hank.
Serious with Hank, yeah. Yeah, he got those good little mixes there. But yeah, Walt kind of gives him some good info, and then Walt and Jesse start counting their money in their new machine, and Walt's like, "Yeah, we're gonna feed this thing all day, 24 hours." And they're kind of,
yeah, bitch.
Yeah, he's happy about it. He's like, "Yeah."
Bitch.
And then Jesse
wasn't good enough.
No, I gotta give you a little
Bitch.
extra in there. But they bring up Badger, and he's like, "He's not low. Like, you didn't get robbed or anything."
No, he didn't.
No, let me call him though and see where he's at. Badger doesn't answer. So then I think he calls Combo. Combo's a little afraid. So then Jesse's like, "Yo, give me the straight information." Like, yells at him all this stuff. So then he tells him that Badger got arrested. But so then after he gets to the phone, since Badger's been busted, Hank has another panic attack in the elevator, and then he goes back to Gomez and he's like, "Oh, hey guys, how you doing?" And he goes in their office. They're talking about, like, Gomez is explaining to him they just got Badger. They had the blue meth. But, like, before that, Hank's talking and Gomez is looking at him like, "Is this dude all right?"
Well, because he knows what happened to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marie said she only knew about it because of Gomez.
Yeah.
But Gomez invites him to go see Badger. So him and Gomez go there. Like, they're on their way there. And Saul Goodman shows up. And he's talking to Badger. First, he tells him he's a masturbator at Starbucks.
That was funny. He goes, "Oh, masturbator. Why don't you just do it big screen?
Oh,
Everybody
the
else."
plasma, and then blah, blah, blah. And later on, he's talking to her, and he's like, "How about my masturbator?"
Yeah.
But he's talking to him. He says, "Call mommy, daddy, whoever," but they need to pay him $4,600 to, what was the Ice Zebra, something Zebra Associates,
Oh, yeah. Ice Zebra Associates.
which is the thing him and Kim make up in Saul.
Well, and also, that's the movie that they watched together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like it's like the movie that she watched with her dad or something. Yeah.
But I like that, because, like,
I think it's the movie they're watching when he gets the call from that other, when he did the first TV commercial, and they want to talk to him, and he tells her that they're good.
okay. See, I like the little stuff like that because, like, it does make him seem more connected. Because, like, what they did is, I think they got the editor. Was it Skip Mick whatever? I can't.
McDonald?
I can never think of his full name. I just think of Skip. But then he or someone, they edited every scene Saul's in Breaking Bad for them to start making Saul. So they had all the information, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like no one does that for Prickle. So they're saying, we'll Google it. They'll go to the Wikipedia page to find some random shit for it. But, like, that's neat because, like, they can get everything there. I would actually love to see what that looks like. Just every scene from him into one thing.
Yeah, I wanted you to do that, but you're like, no.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of work. Walt and Jesse show up at Saul's office. And they're kind of debating. And I like how Walt...
I noticed it's not a nail office.
Yeah. I will keep waiting for him to get this office. He has to have it in next season, right?
You'd think.
But they get there. They're debating on who's going to go inside. Walt at first doesn't even want to use him. And Jesse's like, "This is the guy I would hire." And he's like, "Oh, okay, he's the guy you'd hire." But so they end up flipping a coin. Again, they flipped a coin since season 1.
We flipped a coin.
Yeah. But they flip a coin.
Walt loses again.
Yeah, Walt loses, goes in there, and I really like that. There's a couple references actually in this episode, which is why it's better. I might knock it down a few pegs for you, honestly. There's Prison Break Easter eggs in here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The DB Cooper's kind of one.
Oh,
Because DB Cooper's actually in it. That was just an IMDb trivia. I don't know if that's really it. But one of the headshots he uses for the guy that goes to jail for them is the same headshot of that character in Prison Break.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he gets in there and Saul goes, "Well, should I call the FBI and tell them I found DB Cooper?"
Yeah,
and he walks in. But
remember we watched that like mini-series
about
DB
DB Cooper, and then it was really ended up being like nothing really.
Yeah. Was it in the car when Jesse? Because I thought this could be for next year in Saul. He's like, this is the guy.
Oh yeah. He says that he got Emilio off twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've mentioned that on Saul.
And I don't think he jerked him.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
But last year on Saul, I mentioned that because I just got done rewatching it when we watched Saul last year. Apparently, I do that every year for Saul. But I was like, oh, I wonder if Emilio's gonna be in it because we got Crazy 8 in it now.
Right.
That'd be pretty neat if we got that, and then that'd be more of him getting into the Breaking Bad world, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
They had to do it soon because like if him do it twice and all that, and they said they had him dead to rights. Like,
well, they don't have to. I mean, just show it once.
well, yeah, but I mean they have to do it pretty soon.
Yeah.
Because they have to show the first time at least. But he mentions his real name's McGill here also.
Yeah.
That was really hard for me to get that sentence out of my mouth. Saul says that the DEA are involved. They're looking for Heisenberg, and that makes Walt poop his little panties.
It did a little bit.
So he offers him $10,000, and Saul's like, "Nah, I'm actually offended you'd ask me that." He goes back to the car and
after what he gets at the end, fuck $10,000.
But he goes to the car and just like, what? Saul Goodman wouldn't take a bribe? And then so he's like, what are we gonna do? And Walt's like sitting there thinking, he's like, I got a fucking plan. They kidnap Saul. This scene, how many times have we brought up this scene talking about Saul?
100.
Yeah. They kidnap him. He says, it wasn't me, it was Ignacio. Asked if Lalo sent them. And they're like, who? And he's like, oh, thank God. So again, we have to see this in Saul. I would assume it'll be the last season of Saul, because that'll be right into Breaking Bad. What's funny is because that would have to be a recent event for him to be scared.
We didn't know who Lalo was
until last season. Yeah.
Now we know he's he's like in charge. Wasn't he in charge of Hector's shit now?
I don't know if it's Hector stuff, but he's like the Tuco in that area now, because he's like because what's his face got sick. Hector got sick because of
so he gave it
and
to
then,
and
then now he's there.
So he must do something against Lalo to make him go away.
And that means he teams up with
Saul.
Yeah, I was thinking Saul. Yeah, Saul teams up with Nacho.
And
we haven't seen them really interact, I don't think at all on the show.
No, and what do they have in common?
Gustavo Fring.
No, they don't. Not at all.
Mike.
Yeah. Why did you say that?
I don't want to throw you off.
Fucking weirdo. Although Saul did. No, never mind.
Saul does hook him up with Gus because of Mike, though.
Yeah, and I was thinking that Saul helped Gus, but he didn't. He helped Mike
do stuff
for Gus.
Yeah,
against Gus.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting. I think that'll have to be the last season of Saul that happening for him to be that scared this on so like getting kidnapped. You know,
maybe.
God,
which also.
Like, they don't know this because Walt and Jesse haven't seen Better Call Saul, unfortunately.
They should. It's a really good show.
Yeah, they really should. But that should be a big hint, like, if, Saul gets captured, he might snitch on them. If he does anything dirty. Because he's like, it wasn't me, it was Ignacio. Did Lalo send you? Because it wasn't me. Nacho did it.
That's true.
If they watch Better Call Saul, they go, oh, you little shifty fucker.
But, we go through all that. We all have jizz in our little panties because we see all these things that we think we can link together.
Mm-hmm.
But so the first couple times I've watched this, I was like, okay, they kidnap Saul, and then they pay this guy, and then Saul takes his cut, and the guy goes to jail, and then Saul becomes their lawyer.
Yeah. Thanks for going through the rest of my notes.
Right. So, but now when I watch this, as Saul turns around, he's my knees, and he stands up, give me $1. And then he tells him what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally playing them.
He talks, like, you could flip this episode and have it be a episode of Better Call Saul, and we'd go, God, he can talk himself out of any situation.
Any situation, And he made $50,000 off of it.
Yeah, because even now, it's not all him because they decided to kidnap him and put him out there. He just talked himself out of it and then put himself in a good position.
Yeah.
But yeah, you totally. The first time you watch the show, you're like, oh, they kind of stumbled upon this lawyer, then ended up picking him up. But like, it is true. You watching it the other way around, it comes up better. But yeah, they kidnap him, and then he says it wasn't Miguel Ignacio. So I like this. They bring this up a lot. He's like, why don't you just kill Badger? And they're like, and Walt's like, oh fuck. And they keep kind of thinking about it, like Walt is, and Jack's like, we're not killing Badger. And later on, he's like, so a prison shrink is actually out of the question. Walt kind of gives him like a little side eye, and he's like, okay. But I like that they kept bringing that up because
It does make
Saul
way
was
more
like,
sense.
why would you kill me instead of killing the guy that snitched on you?
Right.
It's a bit way easier too. Like people are gonna probably look for Saul.
Right.
He's
Bob
Odenkirk. Walt you got all this. Walt costs Saul recognizes him. You went through my notes for me, so now I'm behind.
You suck.
Saul tells him to put $1 in his pocket, and now they have attorney-client privilege. Saul got Badger a deal, and they decide to give up Heisenberg. Air quotes.
Which was a pretty cool scene.
Yeah, I really like that. Saul shows Walt and Jesse a guy that's going to go to prison for money. They get this new fake Heisenberg that Walt and Jesse are both like, this is weird. Why does a guy want to go to prison for money? Which Walt kind of mentions later on. He's like, oh, there's two kinds of prison. And Jesse's like, what?
Yeah.
But, so Badger does the meet. Jesse and Walt are behind Hank and the gang, watching the meet go down. They're like, oh shit, someone else sat on the bench with Badger. They pull around, he kicks Jesse out of the car. Drives out, was like, oh hey Hank, how you doing? And does all this stuff.
It's cool when he plays stupid like that.
Yeah, he's like, want me to go? He's like, go backwards or go that way? He's like, go. He's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And, like, all the shit with him. That's a really, really good scene.
Yeah.
But they do that. They get the fake Heisenberg. I really like here at the end. Instantly, the cop pulls up. He just puts his hands up. He's like, oh, I'm arrested. Like,
yeah.
And Badger's like, what the fuck's happening? But Hank is like, that's not him. Like, he has a look in his face like something's fishy around here. This is not real.
So we
Too simple.
We got this thing going. That
like a romantic thing.
No, because you're too annoying.
Dick.
So that is Hank a good detective?
I say
Or he's not even a detective, but is he a good
DEA
cop?
agent. Yeah. I say he's good. He's just when it comes to
He's
Walt, he's blind by it.
Because
Until he takes a big dump. I think that's why you should like him, because he took a shit and cracked the case.
I did like that.
The end of the season ends with him going. Bloop.
So he doesn't. You can tell by he's like, no, this doesn't make sense. You know, like why would this guy? This is this guy's making this math. Meanwhile, the guy making the math
is like literally looking at him.
Was in his way and distracted him so this guy could get arrested, but he's not. And it's just another.
And it's because, like Walt said, for 50 years he's been this guy.
That's true.
So the 1 year he's being a little weird. They're like, oh, he does have cancer.
But if you're really good at your job, wouldn't you be like, okay, this is the 18th time that something weird happened, and Walt's right there?
I mean, it hasn't happened that many times yet.
Where were the masks from?
Where the what? Oh, his school. But like, he doesn't think these. I don't think he thinks all these stuff is like connected right now.
But they are. And he's supposed to connect the dots. That's his job.
Yeah, but he's not, like, he thinks, oh, it's someone at Walt's school. I think he's thinking because this is a big business, this whole meth dealing shit.
Oh, he thinks it's Gus?
Well, no, because he'll see Gus. See that? He doesn't suspect Gus either. So you're right there. He's not very good with when he gets when he gets close to people. He's not good, I guess. But I think he thinks like with like the school. He's like, oh, kids took that because they work for a Tuco that's doing something, and then Tuco works for this Heisen. Like I think he's thinking they work for different people. So these are like, I think he's thinking it's a much bigger thing than it actually is.
Walt just disappears for fucking 2 days, shows up naked.
But it's also easy because like if you were watching this show from Hank's perspective and we didn't know who Heisenberg was, I bet you wouldn't think it was Walt. You know?
Maybe.
Oh, you think you'd be on Reddit going, I think it's his brother-in-law, Walter Hartwell White, because he's always there. What school is the mascot? Boo-doo-boo-doo. You think that'd be you?
Yeah.
I wish I had detective music playing as I did that.
Except, I didn't know Walt's middle name, so. Did you make that up?
No, his name's... Who says that?
Your mom.
Oh, it's Tuco. He goes, Walter Hartwell White. Thought your name was Heisenberg. Yeah. And then he's like...
You're a pussy.
No, you didn't say that. You're full of shit.
Wrong button. He said this.
Tight, yeah.
Couldn't see that coming, pussy. What'd you do?
Start playing the Better Call Saul theme song. Yeah, that all happens, and then Saul shows up. Walt's school. Walt's like, "Oh, you gonna blackmail me?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "It took me like an hour to find you." Imagine the DEA when they finally get their heads out of their asses and come get you. So I want to be your silent.
That's kind of what I just said.
I want to be your silent partner, and be in the gang with you and Jesse. You guys seem like cool, rad dudes.
I can hook you up with Gus. What
And
could go wrong there?
I want to become a guy named Gene in about a year and a half.
Because you're going to scare the shit out of me.
Well, he's kind of still on good terms with Walt when they part.
Yeah.
He is a dick to Jesse too. That he takes that cigarette and stuff from him, gets a kid. Saul potentially gets a kid poisoned because he takes that stuff from him and all that. You never really think about Saul being involved in that, but he is. Him and Huel.
Hello, Huel.
That's one of my favorite scenes too. When Jesse gets the cigarette and then he goes and he beats the shit out of Saul because he figures it all out. I really like that because that's like his turning point and all that. That's always really.
I think
cool.
I'd say when he'll fucking put that.
Oh, the battery and his brother. I like that too. Because then there's like, oh, it's like Breaking Bad. But yeah, it's the end. We talked about these 2 episodes. Any other things you want to talk about? Want to have a chugging contest with the rest of our drinks?
No.
Why not?
Oh my god. This is not a chugging drink.
Oh, no, it's not. That's a lot better when you sip it. Oh my god.
Tight, yeah!
Why are your eyes all red and watery?
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe, comment down below your favorite parts of anything we talked about, or Breaking Bad, or whatever you want to. You can comment. Nick has a small penis. I don't care. And see you guys next week for Captain Better Breaking Bad.
Wait, what?
There's gonna be a lot of slurps.